But this song right here I wrote for a bunch of friends of mine who I've lost to suicide. Indigenous communities, we face the highest rates of suicide in North America. It's pretty crazy. There's a lot of intergenerational trauma, there's blood memory, there's things that have gone on in the past and don't always have the tools to deal with those things, so sometimes it's the easiest way out. But it's important that we talk to each other, and that's what this song is about, and not being too late. So let's talk. Let's talk, come on, let's talk. It's not an easy walk. Most think that we're weak for these thoughts that we got to end my life today or not. Thoughts of tying knots, hanging from the ceiling, or squeeze trigger shots, or slicing blade under the wrist watch. And I've watched many go through these thoughts that become true. They scream for help right in front of you. They needed help, but what did you do? Not your problem, better things to do than to take a minute or two. But why waste your time on something that doesn't concern you? But for true, what would you do? Slip to the side, slaves in our mind, buried in lies that dictate our lives. Exchange for a high, the change into die. Tighten up the tie, it's time to say bye. Slip to the side, slaves in our mind, buried in lies that dictate our lives. Exchange for a high, the change into die. Tighten up the tie, it's time to say bye. And everyone shows up on funeral day, and so many stand up and say things to take the pain away. There's no end like death certainty. It's one of life's true terrifying realities. And it's a tragedy when it happens from self-inflicted disparity. But it's no rarity in reservation life's regularities. Examples can be found with a quick walk through the cemetery. We smudge the air for clarity, but the truth is it's the pain so unbearably, excruciating inherently, handed down generationally in our fucking veins like blood memory. Slip to the side, slaves in our mind, buried in lies that dictate our lives. Exchange for a high, the change into die. Tighten up the tie, it's time to say bye. Split to the side, slaves in our mind, buried in lies that dictate our lives. Exchange for a high, the change into die. Tighten up the tie, it's time to say bye. Week after week, we deal with these thugs in white sheets and the fucking police. Cause to you we're disposable, and your reservation's controllable. A paternalistic system that is horrible. You see me on the streets, I'm solid and dry-eyed, cause I've read rough in situations I've survived. But when I reflect, my anger has me hypnotized. The rage springs through my chest and I scream, but I don't cry. The rage springs through my chest and I scream, but I don't cry. The rage springs through my chest and I scream, but I don't cry. The rage springs through my chest and I scream, but I don't cry. Yeah, cause I'm red rough in situations I survive. You see me on the streets, I'm solid and dry-eyed. But when I reflect, my anger has me hypnotized. The rage springs through my chest and